Hello, my name is Shannon Rupert, and if you're watching this video, you're probably wanting to learn more about what open space innovation is, how sessions work, what cold laser therapy is, and what working with the Spectravision, which is a machine I work with, is like. Before getting into all of that, I would love to share with you my perspective on energy, because that is really what lays the foundation of working together. So I look at energy, I look at everything as energy. I look at everything with the lens of quantum mechanics. Everything is multidimensional. We live in multiple spaces at once. We are more than just our physical bodies. We are energetic beings living out a human being experience. So when working with that, if there's something that shows up on a physical level, like a virus, bacteria, fungus, mold, parasite, heavy metal, you name it, that means that there's some resonance with it on the energetic realm as well. So in a session, in whatever capacity that session is, the intention is to bring in the energy and awareness of the totality of that. Because if you're not clearing out the source of what's going on, say a belief system in the mental plane or an emotional feeling and response and story to what's going on, and you're just addressing the physical, then you still have a resonance with whatever it is that's going on in your life. So to really clear out the totality and to reset whatever's going on, you want to address, in my opinion, all levels of what it is. So in a session, we will not only, like if we're talking about the deep reset package, which is what I suggest for everybody to start off with, you don't have to, but it just, a lot of times you move a lot more quickly with whatever is up if you don't have as many other things going on in the system, right? Inflammation clouds the mind, clouds our intuition, clouds the energy flows in our body so that we're not able to move as quickly. We're having to deal with the symptoms of what that is versus really what's going on a deeper level inside. So in a session with the deep reset package, what I do is I tap into a body and a person and the totality of who they are. I don't use the machine, which is set up as a biofeedback machine in that capacity because, so there's 12 layers to the nervous system, and things can be held on a layer that's deeper in the system than is what is showing up, than what the body is showing up is going on. And that can be for many different reasons, but a lot of times that's because, say, the bacteria, the virus, whatever it is, its frequency, its resonance is louder and kind of circumvents what's actually being said by the body. So whenever you tap into the totality of a being, you're able to tap into things that might be on deeper layers than is what's showing up, right? Not on the skin layer, but like deep inside of the bones per se. So I will look for viruses, bacteria, fungus, molds, parasites, heavy metals, insecticides, pesticides, kind of you name it. I'm always learning more about what there is in the world. I'm looking for those things as well as what are you reacting to? Like what maybe minerals and vitamins are you not absorbing? What amino acids are you not creating or not absorbing again? What has a reaction and is not in balance in the system? So it's a really, really thorough check. So there's about, I'd say 90 different categories that I look at very quickly. I'm just tapping in and seeing, yes, this resonates, no, this doesn't resonate. And I give a full mock-up of, okay, this is where things are now, and this is where we want to go. And everything moves in its own time based on the person, right? You can clear out a lot with some people who have been doing this type of work a lot, or you can do less with some people. It's like exercising, right? You don't want to go to the deadlifts and try to deadlift 200 pounds right off the bat. It can be a lot. You want to work your way up to it. What is the body and the being open to moving in that session? Ideally, though, and for most people that come in to this type of work, to this type of session, they're open to this type of energy. So they've done some work around this. So their energy body and their body is open to moving this energy pretty quickly. So I'll look for those things, and I'll look for the things that are wanting to be reset, and work with a cold laser to find the frequencies that match those things, because like clears like resets like. And so we're accessing everything on all layers of the field and of the body to reset what is going on. And then while we're cold lasering, whatever frequencies are up, normally, most sessions we laser are about 1,200 to 1,300 different frequencies. So it's a lot. The first session can be a lot of energy movement. While that's happening, we work energetically with your body and being to see what's not open and allowing this energy to move. And it can be ancestral. It can be parts of the being that aren't fully in. It can be childhood trauma. And it can be all different sorts of things that are held in the system. And it all depends on what you're open to in regards to how the session goes. So if you're comfortable more with speaking to instances that you can remember that happened in this lifetime, then that's how we will approach it. If you're interested in going more esoteric, I can definitely go there. It's all kind of catered to where you're at. And within this belief system of how I work, there's nothing wrong with the person, right? There's just something that's up, that's asking to be cleared and addressed. And a lot of times it's a lot easier to move that type of energy whenever you're working with somebody outside of yourself who can kind of have a different perspective on it and can hold the space that doesn't have a reaction. Because when there's a reaction, there's fear and there's limitation, and then there's a struggle that happens. And whenever there's struggle, things don't move as easily, right? Energy moves really easily when we're in the flow. And so my approach to a session, and hopefully yours, if you come in, is not that the sense that there's like, oh, we have to fix something. Oh, there's something going on that's horrible. It's oh, that's interesting. Let's hold space with that in its totality and move that energy collectively. And as that happens, you'll be able to feel how easily and light the body is able to be whenever it's approached with that kind of energy. And hopefully you've had other sessions like that and worked with other practitioners like that have also been in that space. Healing and growth should be, in my opinion, a light experience, non-fearful, and just all about exploration and deeper knowledge and understanding. And with my path, I got into this because I was very sick and I had to go to so many different healers, and it was so frustrating at the time, but I'm so thankful for it because I have such a different understanding of all these different methodologies and all these ways of approaching energy, and a real true compassion for the frustration that can come along with not knowing what's going on and spending all this money and doing all these things to try to fix whatever's up, right? It all worked out in the end. I definitely feel way better, and I have such a deeper understanding of energy. Like, I can see it, I can feel it, I can sit in my body and work with it without that reaction to it and allow it to move really easily. For the most part, I mean, human, but that's the general concept with all of this. So after doing a cold laser, while doing the cold laser and working with you energetically, a lot will move. And the first session of the deep reset package is 2 hours. And then I would ask that you come in within about 3 days for the second and third session, because bacteria and parasites, they have a strong consciousness and energy. They will try to reproduce themselves, right? So the quicker we kind of move that out, the less sessions there will be to reset the energy around that. And the second session is an hour. Third session is about 1:15 hours, and that has to do with clearing everything again, making sure that everything is cleared, checking it with you. I teach the method of how I actually do all of this, and because I don't want in any way for me to be the authority, right? I'm not telling you what's up. Your body and being knows this, but a lot of times there's a lot of things in the way of that. And so whenever we clear out a lot of that interference, a lot of that inflammation, you're going to be able to feel energy a lot more easily and have that deeper connection to the intuition of who you are and what you know. And so That process then gives that deeper knowing of, oh, that is clear, or oh, that is moving. Okay, great. And you can have that belief and embodiment so that there's not that sense of, oh, but is anything missed? Is anything off? Because that's whenever there's space created in the body and in the being that doesn't allow that true merging with energy, that allows us to be really full of life, really full of energy, and therefore really healthy. When there's fear, there's space. Other energy comes in, toxicity, heaviness comes in. And the whole idea is to just clear all that out so that we're really light and we're really in the flow, right? So after working with those things and checking everything, then we're going to look at any supplements or homeopathics that might serve you to help keep clearing all of this energetically and physically, because the body needs support, right? We are in a physical form, so it a lot of times wants something physical. And what I found is a lot of times that people that come in, they already have a lot of the things that they need to be taken. It's just that they aren't necessarily absorbing them fully because of what's up, or because that thing is up in the system consistently. It's not really working because you're always just mitigating the symptoms versus being able to fully reset the whole system and work with that energy. So I work with whatever the person's open to with, like I only do 3 supplements, like that's max, or I only want 1, or I will take a lot, which generally I'm not very much for, right? So what does the body need at this time to really help support it? And what are you already taking? And what are some other suggestions that might be really helpful? And then after that, I suggest that in 4 to 6 weeks that you come back in and you do a checkup so that we keep you moving and we keep you in the right direction for being really optimally aligned and really clear in your system. So that's kind of like a overall version of what it would be like working with me and working with the Spectravision, which is a machine that holds all the frequencies that I'm checking, and then cold laser, which is sending all of those frequencies through the body, goes all the way through the bone so that it's not missing anything, to reset and clear anything that's up that is not serving you for your highest good. And then also working within the component of the educational sense, which is my favorite part of, okay, where does this come from? Let's understand how it feels when it's up so that if it comes up again, we can clear it. And let's give it a different perspective, because energy really can serve us. It's just how to access it and how to understand it in a way that it doesn't have that, it has that, oh, okay, like I know what to do with this. Like how to really give you the full optimal potential that you're looking for within being the extraordinary you. So if you have any questions about that, I would love to communicate with you on that. Like if you have, say you're like, well, I have this and nobody knows what that is, or I have all these things and I've been to all these people. What's your take on it? Feel free to call me and I will address whatever it is specifically. I've worked with so many different issues: Lyme, chronic fatigue, digestive issues, neurological issues, multiple personalities, you kind of name it. It's all connected. It's all found in the physical and it's all found in the energetic. So when you work with all of it together, things move a lot more quickly. And I would love to give you any pointers that you need or would like to be able to kind of help navigate wherever you're at with all of that. So you feel free to visit my website for more information and also just give me a call. Hopefully this all makes sense. If you have any questions, you know where I'm at. So have a lovely day.